Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be drawing some hands once again. Well, probably only one hand, but yeah, we're going to draw some hands. I was thinking of doing a pointing perspective, like this kind of, with the fingers bent and the finger pointed out. I don't know why I said I was thinking. I have a reference. I'm doing that. And it's from the opposite perspective of this, so these fingers are facing you. I just can't do that with my hand, because I don't know how I would. Anyways, we're going to try and get the basic shapes in. We are going to try to use boxes for the hands, because I need to get better at doing that regardless. I don't do it nearly enough. I actually very rarely ever actually use boxes to map out my hands, just because I'm lazy. But even if they're shitty and not fully accurate, I do think it would be very helpful to start using some form of boxes. Now, we'll pretend like this is the thumb for now, even though I know this isn't fully accurate at all. That is fine. The hand's a little too long, but the fingers would go in about those locations. So this is probably going to end up looking like a bit of a mess. I'm actually going to erase this and try to draw lighter, specifically because it's going to look like a mess. And I'm gonna try my best at keeping it clean. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and add this part of the finger, and then this part of the finger. Go like this. Go like this. And go like this. Yeah, sure, that's not fully even, but that's completely fine. This is why I don't like starting with the pinky, but it's fine. I like basing the size of the pinky off all the other fingers. You might say, well then, why didn't you just start with the other fingers? And I would say, that's a pretty fair point that I don't necessarily have an answer to. I didn't have to start with the pinky. It was probably the most you would think to start with it in this position, but I didn't have to start with it. So I'm not sure why I did if I don't like starting with the pinky. Alright. This isn't going perfect, but also it's still the sketch. I should also probably actually do a little bit of a sketch for the thumb, considering I suck at thumbs. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I say I should do a sketch, and then I'm just, yeah, sure, that's fine. Alright, so this hand is actually being smaller than I meant to make it, so I might honestly ditch trying to make it super detailed and just draw multiple hands. Because this is big enough to where I can draw multiple hands. And I figured out yesterday that I can kind of just draw hands in most positions that I want, and as long as they don't need super complicated perspective, I can mostly just come up with any position for a hand in my head. Not perfectly, but like, I can make it look pretty good. And I think it's just because of how many friggin' hands that I've drawn, because I draw so goddamn many. This is not a fucking pencil. That shouldn't even be on the floor. I don't know why it is on the floor. That was my fucking tablet pencil. My drawing tablet's on the floor, but that's because it's holding my references, so that makes sense why it's on the floor. Why was the pencil on the floor? It wanted a vacation. I don't know. it really felt like visiting the tablet while the tablet was doing its duties. Alright. This is actually the first time I've ever used my tablet as a reference, and I have it right there, which is actually very nice because I could see it without having to look up, like without having to like sit up. Basically, I can go to take a peek at my reference, which would be a lot more useful if I was actually looking at my reference a lot right now. It's probably why this pinky looks off now that I think about it. But I don't care. I'm just going to keep drawing it anyways. If it looks off, whatever. I'm having fun. It's the whole reason I draw these hands anyways. I've discovered that practicing in my videos is not a very effective way to actually practice. So I won't be doing that very much at all anymore. I will just be probably drawing a lot of hands since I enjoy drawing hands. I still probably will practice from time to time in my videos, just to challenge myself and just kind of see what the hell I can do sometimes. But like, most of my videos are not going to be me practicing. Granted, most of them weren't me practicing anyways, but a couple of them were back a couple days ago. And I probably won't be doing that again, at least for quite a while. But that just means you get to see me draw loads more hands and tons of wacky different positions. And they're not going to be fully accurate since I'm just going for fun. But that also means I could try some new things with the hands. I could try some new shading techniques or something. Could try cross-hatching an entire hand again. That took me forever last time. I could try just really difficult perspectives, which I typically stray away from because it's difficult. This is wrong. If you look at that finger, you can very clearly see that it's not correct. So we need to erase that and make it better. How do we make it better? Well, let's take a look at the reference. He says, well, continuing to fix it without, because that is better. Let us draw lines, which we could have done at the start too, actually. I'm a lot better at visualizing than I used to be. I could probably use lines like this to actually plan out the fingers now. I couldn't do it before because I just couldn't think of like where the hell are how are the fingers gonna be bending if they're not like straight ahead, which these actually are, so I could have done it with this regardless. But yeah, whatever, I don't remember what I was saying, so we're just gonna move on. Go, sure. Alright. Perfect. And okay. There we go. Okay. Definitely not actually perfect, like I said, but it's not bad. It's just not the best, because, I mean, this isn't long enough, but, like, I tried making it longer, and it just kind of looks wronger. Get it? But I do kind of want to do that, make that less of that. Let's go ahead and mark these nails down, just because I can. Alright, now for the finger, which now I am now realizing that I have strayed from what I originally meant to do. This was meant to be pointed much more forward so that the finger could be pointed through it. But now you're going to be able to see part of the finger right here. And that is also partially because I drew the fucking sketch wrong. But that is completely fine. Alright. There we go. There we go. And perfect. Perfect. Yep. That's good enough. Is it perfect? No. I think it's a little too thick compared to how thin I accidentally made all the other fingers. But now it is time to add the thumb. And this hand is already kind of wacky on its own, so I don't necessarily think... I can't mess up the thumb that bad, right? Oh, we'll see. We will see. I don't actually think I really messed this one up. It's kind of sharp, but that was also kind of intentional. I was gonna try drawing some hands with sharper angles to like mess around with. See if I could get away with it. But then I forgot that that was the plan for this video. Or not this video, this hand, so... You can see it in some places where I tried to draw the sharper angles, but then completely forgot in other places. So yeah, there is our hand. I do think I will be actually making this finger skinnier, because it just does not fit in with the others. Alright, yeah, now it looks a little skinny, but it fits in more with the others. It's fine. Perfect. There we go. Good enough. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? How long did that take me? Like 10, 15 minutes? 12 minutes? Pretty good. Could end the video here. Definitely could. Am I going to? No. This isn't enough drawing. Look at how much space is left on the page. You see these hands? I can draw more hands. Even if I don't have more pictures for hands, I can draw more hands. What hands shall we draw? What if we draw a really stupidly perspective hand that would be like difficult for me to draw? No. Instead, we're gonna draw it like a peace sign, but like better, because I'm gonna have drawn it with no reference, because I am a genius. Alright. This should actually be pointed more straight upwards, because, well, fingers don't bend like that. Although I can bend them more for exaggeration, because, well, it is for, this isn't for realism purposes, this is just for me drawing it and it looking silly. So it would be completely fine if it's not fully accurate. Alright, Fingus. Me brain is thinking on how the fingus need us to look us. But brain is not thinking about fingus good enough. Brain does not know. Brain is going to wing it and stop thinking and just go ahead and wing it. We're gonna end up with some weird ass fingers, hell yeah. But you know what? Fuck it, I don't give a shit. It's gonna look funny. It's gonna be fun to draw. And that's all that matters. All that matters is that you're having fun, right? Yeah. Save the boring stuff for studying. Oh yeah, look at that weird ass fucking pinky. Definitely too long. Do I care? Nuh-uh. Alright. Then the thumb. Look at that round thumb. Isn't she beautiful? Alright, now watch this. I'm gonna erase it and I'm gonna turn it into something beautiful. It's gonna be the most beautiful hand you've ever fucking seen in your life. Alright, how the hell are we gonna turn this into something beautiful? Well, let's go ahead and start with this. Let's go ahead and start with this part, then go ahead and go like this. We did make this hand kind of long, but we also made the fingers kind of long. So let's go ahead and do some shit with the fingers. We can go ahead and probably shorten these fingers quite a large amount because, well, this is a pinky. It does not need to be that long. Alright, yep, definitely not perfect, but definitely better than it was a second ago. I think the hand is also a little too thick, but we're just gonna have to deal with that because I'm lazy and not erasing it. And that's the only reason for that. Now the other finger, this one, the only other finger. Oh wait, no, we do end up drawing all the fingers. I'm just retarded. These fingers kind of, or this finger, not these fingers. This finger kind of hides behind the other one, but I need to go like this, to go like this, and that's good enough. Okay, now we're going to go like this, go like this, and then go like that. And we're just gonna go with some very sharp and long fingers. Oh yeah, look at how definitely proportionally correct those fingers are. Okay, hold on, let me thicken these fingers up a little bit. Make them necessarily more correct? No, but thicken them up. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and thicken them up. Because, well, that was not thick enough. Okay. This is also kind of weirdly amount of thickness. I don't know. I think it's just because of the absolute massive length that I am making the fingers. Yeah, because that seems a little more actually accurate to how long a hand finger should be. Hand finger? What other kind of fingers are there, dude? Chicken fingers, I guess? Alright, now the thumb, which I honestly completely forgot about and wasn't even thinking about beforehand or when I actually originally drew it. Alright. What the fuck are we supposed to do? I don't know. And neither do you. So good at rhyming. Alright. Bam. Look at that beautiful ass freaking thumb. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? It's a little fucked up. The whole hand's a little fucked up. He's perfect, though. He's perfect. For no reference, I think that's decent. Oh, wait. And that only took me like 5-6 minutes, too. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and add my signature right here, even though I'm not technically done with the drawing yet. I just know I'm going to forget to add it if I don't do it now. Also, I've been told a couple times I should actually sign my name on my art instead of doing a signature like that, because most people who do stuff like that are well known for it. And I say, no, I don't care. I'm not going to sign my art at all if I don't add that, because I like this. Adding my name, I feel like it's just a little boring. And I'm really bad at writing, so I wouldn't be able to write my name quickly. My name is kind of long. So is my username too, so I like that better. Even though that is much more easy for someone to steal. I don't care. Alright. We're gonna try and just draw a fist. And then I think that'll be probably it. Then I'll do some anatomy study and probably play some Minecraft. Or Fortnite, I don't know. Minecraft, Fortnite, whichever one happens first, you know. Alright, well, I guess I did do a poll a while back on if I should start streaming some of my drawings, or if I should start streaming art. And I did get an overwhelming amount of everyone said yes. You know, it also could have been because I rigged it and I put the answers as yes, absolutely, and definitely. But you know, it was an overwhelmingly positive yes on should I start streaming. So I mean, I gotta start streaming one of these days. Actually, one of the options was video games. That one got 0 votes. So no one wants to see me play video games. Boo-hoo. Too bad. I'm gonna stream video games out of spite now and not stream art. That's what you get, random people. Ha ha ha. I don't even know what I'm going on about right now. I am just fucking saying random shit, trying to fill the time of me trying to figure out how the hell to draw a fist without looking at a goddamn reference. Wait, doesn't this fucking have 4 parts? 1, 2, 3 in the pinky. Son of a bitch, I did that on the knuckles, not the fingers. Whatever, it's beautiful. Look at how beautiful that hand is. Oh, there's also a thumb that should like probably be like down here or something. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that beautiful hand. And then we're just gonna do hand, 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 hand. What a beautiful hand that is. I think this one's definitely my favorite. Oh, there goes my eraser. That's fine. I didn't need it anyways. I am done. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye-bye.